an investor, one of the most important things that you have are the relationships that you built around yourself. And so I really prioritize networking and building relationships and even making new friends because it really opens up the world. Think about it like this. As an investor, you have a certain skill set, right? That skill set may include investment analysis. It may include the different ways that you know how to use creative financing or scaling your investments. All these different things, they're useless without opportunities. So where can you get opportunities? Well, you can go out and try to create your own opportunities, but chances are there are people out there that have great opportunities that you've never even thought of before. And so this is exactly how I've scaled my portfolio, because I went out and I looked at the different opportunities that were out there. I looked at how much effort and time it would take for me to build out my own opportunities and create something that really was a good investment for myself. And I realized that I could do that at a later time. When I was just starting out, I was not creating my own opportunities. I was going out there and I was finding opportunities that other people had created, investing into them, creating some sort of cash flow. And then eventually, once I had built up some income, I was then creating my own opportunities, which I then began to scale. And obviously you make more money when it's in your own portfolio and you're in charge of everything, you're managing it. That's a more comprehensive approach to the investment game. But at the very beginning, a lot of people can really benefit from finding an opportunity that's already being offered. Now, when it comes to actually doing the due diligence on the opportunity, one thing that I like to do is I like to go out there and meet the owners in person. So whoever is operating that investment, whoever the owner of that is, I like to go out there and meet them in person to see what they're all about. Because of their philosophy, investment philosophy, or personal philosophy, if it doesn't align with what I do, I don't want to be a part of their project, because there's always going to be some sort of disagreement there. So I like to find people who more or less are aligned with my vision for my portfolio, my investment goals, the different things that I'm trying to achieve. Because if you're constantly working with people who are misaligned with what you're doing, it's just going to slow you down. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. You could totally invest into something that you totally disagree with. Let's say you disagree with like tobacco. You could still invest into a tobacco company and you could probably be successful. But for me personally, I wouldn't do that. If I disagree with something, I don't invest into it because it just doesn't align with my portfolio goals. It doesn't align with what I want my life to look like. And if we're designing our own lives, if we're designing our own portfolios, our own investment lifestyle, I want it to be full of the things that I like, not necessarily things that I'm like, oh, I can make a lot of money here really quick and then maybe back out in the future. I don't really like opportunities like that because I want things that are long term. I want to find investments and opportunities and industries that have a lot of potential, not just in a short term, right? I don't want something that's good for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months. That does not interest me. Because guess what? That time expires, right? Whether I like it or not, that 18 months is going to pass and it's going to be over. And that investment opportunity is going to be done. And that means that I have to go out and find more. It's impossible to scale like that, right? So I have to be able to find opportunities that are evergreen, opportunities that are working over and over and over and over again. And we don't see a potential stop in the foreseeable future. Now, if 10 years down the line or 20 years down the line, it stops working, that's fine, but it has to be something that I think is more or less long-term. I would say minimum for myself personally that I look for is 5 years. I want something that can work for at least 5 years. If it doesn't work for at least 5 years, and that's really pushing it. I'd say it's more of 10 years, but for me personally, 5 years, that's pushing it. That's kind of getting to the point where I don't really want to invest into it and then in 5 years have to go find something new. It's just, as an investor, it's not a good use of your time. You're basically creating active income for yourself. You're creating a new job for yourself. So if we're trying to protect ourselves at all costs from a 9 to 5, if we want to leave that world and we want to get to the point where we're a fully passive investor, we need to think about, what things do I want included in my portfolio? What kind of things do I like? What kind of things am I passionate about? What kind of things do I want to see every day? Because you're going to start seeing reports every day. You're going to start seeing money come in. Like, those are the things that you're filling your life with. And so I want to fill it with things that I'm passionate about, that I agree with, that I like, because at the end of the day, you're creating your own lifestyle as an investor. And that's one of the biggest benefits of being an investor, is being able to do those things. So this all goes back to the idea of having the right relationship. If I'm surrounding myself with the people that I want to be like, or people that I'm inspired by, or people that I think are solid people that I agree with ethically, morally, on the business side. I'm exposing myself to opportunities that they're exposed to, right? So if I partner with somebody, or if I'm a close friend with them, chances are I'm going to be sharing my investment opportunities with them. And chances are they're going to be sharing about the things that they're doing. Successful people are surrounding themselves with other successful people. This could be across several different industries. We see some great examples. I'm not going to name any names, but we see some great examples of this in Miami. So we have people in the hospitality industry, we have people in the music industry, in the sports industry. And now these are people who have personal brands, people who have achieved some sort of success in a specific industry. So why would they go cross industry, find another expert in another industry that maybe they want to enter, or maybe they want to be a part of that industry or invested in that industry, and then they start partnering up together? It's such an interesting strategy, but it seems to be working extremely well. Those relationships that we surround ourselves with are the people that are going to be motivating us and encouraging us, just building that friendship, that relationship, maybe just a business partnership. Maybe we're doing business together now, or maybe we're investing together, or we're partnering up on specific projects. Really be thoughtful about the people that you surround yourself with. And I think one of the most important things is not even just getting the right people around you, but cutting the wrong people out. So if you have people who do not fit that lifestyle that you want to achieve, they do not fit that mold of people that you want to be around, maybe it's time to start cutting people out of your circle. Not everybody deserves to be there. If you have dreams that are bigger than what your friends' dreams are, maybe it's not the right group of friends to be in. I like to be surrounded by people who have bigger dreams than me, because they're going to pull me up to their level. I have no choice but to think bigger when I'm around these people. Your network, the people that you surround yourself with, the relationships that you have around you, is probably the most important asset that you can have as an investor, because it's going to give you countless opportunities, countless ways that you can take things to the next level. And really, it's just a good group of people to be around, because it elevates every part of your life. The important note here is that your relationships can make or break your investment business or your investment portfolio, because the right people can help you take things to the next level, and the wrong people could pull you down in the wrong direction. So guys, that's my thought on relationships and investing. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.